Martin, there has been a concerted effort on the part of the City of Sarasota to reduce the impact of homeless persons, especially in the downtown area. The latest data from Suncoast Partnership to End Homelessness shows fewer homeless persons in the city this year than last year. Would you be willing to increase city funding to implement a program, such as we heard on Monday night, Homeless Crisis Response Team, that has successfully reduced adult homelessness in other communities through the implementation of an accountable, outcomes-focused, best practices proven model in order to continue the trend seen in this year's data? If so, how would you propose funding the effort?
Well, the answer would be no, and I'll tell you why. 10 years ago, a bit more than that, they called us the meanest city in America, and since then, so far as I can tell, the City Commission has attempted in different ways with good intentions to do more and more for homeless people. Let me qualify. I'm the only candidate that said he's going to give his whole salary for the whole 4 years to mental health charities in Sarasota. But I believe that government doesn't do social services, generally speaking, terribly well. The concerns that I have are several. First of all, I don't believe for 1 second that we have appreciably less homeless people. I believe that we have a serious problem. I believe that the merchants face it every single day. And I think that we owe them and everybody that comes downtown the right to go about their business without being hassled. I think that the police have had their hands tied, and I think that we've been way too indulgent. We are one city, in one county, in one state, in the whole country. We should not and cannot take on the obligations of destitution as it relates to the whole of the United States or the west coast of Florida. For an example of how this ends, look at San Francisco. That is the city which opened its doors and said, come on, we're going to help you out, and now they are absolutely moribund. They have no idea which way to go, and they didn't see it coming. Well, I can tell you, the build it and they'll come applies not just to condominiums, it applies to social services. If we're the only people that are providing these kind of services, I'm afraid to say that we will end up with more and more and more. This is not a finite thing, this is an infinite thing. The more we do, the more people will come. This is not about rousting people, this is not about being mean, this is about drawing a line. We need to enforce the ordinances, and we need to limit what we spend to what we can afford, and at the moment we're spending way too much.
Thank you.
I'm going to stand up because I do think that there are things and steps that we can do to address this issue. You know, and I feel like this is kind of my forte. I was a prosecutor here for 3.5, 4 years, and 2 of those years I spent in the county court system dealing with this issue. I dealt with it, the mental health issues, the substance abuse issues. I attempted to find people homes, help, whether it was mental health or substance abuse. It is a complicated issue. And if anybody has followed the news, we had a expert come in, a consultant come in, and we spent a lot of money, and we got a report, and basically the result is what I've been saying over the last 4 months. And so that was very infuriating and frustrating to see, but I'm going to tell you the same thing I've been saying for months, is that I'm going to tell you the problem that I found as a prosecutor working in this community, which I felt was a huge problem for an expert to come in from outside of this community and address this issue, because they don't know the agencies, they don't know the nonprofits, everybody puts their best foot forward, and you don't know where the pitfalls are and where the problems are. We have a very philanthropic community here in Sarasota. We have an unbelievable amount of philanthropy, both in mental health and substance abuse. We have housing in this community. Over 270 beds at the Salvation Army, over 300 beds at the Harvest House, both dedicated to this issue. We have a government-funded mental health provider in Coastal Behavioral. The problem is that I found is that everybody has their own program. Everybody is trying to do everything all at once, and there is very little coordination among the nonprofits and the law enforcement agencies, which each have their own program, and among the county courts, which each have their program. So I want to use my relationships that I fostered over years of working in this community to build continuums, to build partnerships between the agencies that deal with the law enforcement agencies, both the Sarasota Police Department and their HOT team, the Sheriff's Department and their Recovery Pod and Shifts program, the nonprofits that deal in this area that offer substance abuse, mental health, and housing to get people out of homelessness. But I am realistic. That experience comes with a realistic approach and understanding that some folks just choose to be homeless. Some people have recreational substance abuse issues, they don't want the responsibility, and we do have to enforce the law. So I would like to see an increase in foot patrols downtown. I want to see ordinances that are enforceable, and there are a plethora of legal issues with that we can go into that are complex, but we can put ordinances in place that help keep downtown safe, help keep downtown vibrant, and help keep it family friendly.
Thank you.